Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I've got lots to cover with you guys. Coinbase is being sued because of XRP. We got a Bitcoin ETF that's been refiled and Bitcoin is near $30,000. Before we get into it, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Heads up, I uploaded my interview with Bill Barrheit, who's the founder and CEO of Abra. That interview was uploaded earlier today. He weighs in on Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as the Ripple SEC lawsuit fiasco, if you want to call it that. So be sure to check out that interview. He's a really smart guy. You will learn a lot from that interview, guys. Now, some big news, guys. Greg Kidd, who is, of course, an investor in Ripple, said, or I should say he agreed to an interview with me on Sunday, this coming Sunday, and I will have the interview live on Monday. So if you have questions you would like me to ask, leave them in the comment section. Once again, Greg is an investor in Ripple, so he should have some insight that many of us in the public do not. So I will try to get as much information out of him as possible. So be sure to hit the subscribe button with the notification bell enabled. Guys, the big news here, Coinbase is being sued. And the plaintiff is saying, hey, you guys were selling XRP, which is an unregistered security, and taking commissions from the sale. So this is a BS lawsuit. It's interesting, though, what may happen with other exchanges like Binance US, Kraken, all of that. So this could be the start of something big, and it's going to really put a lot of pressure on the SEC. So here it is. New one-count California federal court lawsuit alleges Coinbase violated state unfair competition laws by selling XRP, alleged to be an unregistered security, and taking commissions from the sale. So, of course, these folks are going to try to ride on the coattails of the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple. And this is Thomas Sandoval versus Coinbase here, as you can see in the formal letter here of complaint. And this gentleman weighed in. I believe he's a lawyer. He said, presumably, Coinbase will respond by moving to compel arbitration. The TOS ARB clause has been upheld recently, and citing class waiver as well. He said, I was on a Clubhouse chat yesterday where I said we'd see litigation like this in the next few weeks, and well, I guess I should have said tomorrow. So once again, this could include other exchanges, or we could expect lawsuits against other exchanges. Now, the irony of this situation is it's almost funny because those of you who've been in the market for a long time, back in 2017, everybody was waiting for Coinbase to list XRP, and they were getting called out, and they were like, I remember they were going on CNBC and hinting towards XRP being a security. Well, they didn't list XRP at that bull run, right? However, come a year and a half later or whenever, they did eventually list XRP. So now Coinbase, in a way, has to defend XRP and say, well, it's not a security. It's almost like, hey, we list a lot of cryptos, including XRP. Other exchanges list XRP, and XRP is not a security. SEC never said anything, right? So once again, this lawsuit is BS, but it also puts Coinbase in a position, and possibly other exchanges, to defend XRP. This thing is getting interesting, messy. It's really, really interesting, guys. And what we've seen is that exchanges have started to delist XRP. Binance US has delisted it, will delist XRP on January 13th. This is not Binance.com. What's happening is just the US arms or subsidiaries, or the respective divisions of the business. Like Binance.com is okay. They'll continue to list XRP and you can trade. Just the US, you won't be able to. Bittrex Global, same thing. As Binance.com, you can do anything you want with XRP because it doesn't operate in the US. There's Bittrex US, that respective arm, that they're going to pause and halt all XRP trading. So obviously, once again, a US based issue, not a global issue. So this is where we find ourselves. And JP Thieriot, the CEO of Uphold, who I've interviewed on my channel, guys, and I've interviewed Robin O'Connell as well. The guys from Uphold are really great, and they run a great exchange. I've used their platform, and I continue to use it for years, and they're really cool guys. Well, JP weighed in, and man, he summarizes this so well. Let me read it through for you. Uphold hopes that due process resolution to the SEC/Ripple dispute can both set the goalposts for token offerings going forward, as well as clear the fog bank of uncertainty that now presumably settles over the Stellars and Filecoins of the world, if not Ethereum itself. What is he talking about? The same thing I've been telling you guys. This is not just about XRP and Ripple. When the SEC is done with Ripple, guess what they're going to do? Go down the list. They're going to go check one Litecoin, Ethereum, VeChain, whatever else, guys. This lawsuit is going to set a precedent for the rest of the crypto market. I know Bitcoin maximalists don't care, but the crypto market is much more than Bitcoin. So this is a really important lawsuit here, guys, a really important time in the crypto market. People don't realize that. They don't see the macro level view of this and what is happening. They're going to go after the other cryptos. They're not going to stop at Ripple or XRP when they're done, right? So the outcome of this lawsuit will really determine what's going to happen with the rest of the cryptos. So he continues saying the SEC is a lion in the service of protecting consumers and stopping bad actors, but the Ripple complaint presents various conundrums. What if punishing the actions of a couple of parties not only directly harms XRP holders, which it has, most of whom probably assume tacit approval after 7 years of inaction, but also threatens to harm participants in similar projects, as well as virtually assure that the U.S. will not be home to Silicon Valley too. Wow. By rights, the U.S. is to own. So the SEC sat on their hands for 7 years. On the way out, the last week, Jay Clayton, who's an asshole, essentially sucker punches Ripple, drops this bomb, and he's gone. Him and his cronies are gone, right? We saw Stuart Al-Aradi of Ripple mention that. People don't realize it's not just Jay Clayton. A bunch of other folks are gone. So it leaves the incoming chairman and the other folks to pick up the pieces, and he's not even there to talk about it. That's a cowardly move. It's a low ball move, and that's why this reeks of some sort of personal vendetta or slight. It just doesn't seem professional. It's just a crass move, guys. So JP continues saying, can something be born a security and metamorphosized into something else? How is invoking billion-dollar losses for innocent third parties, pretty much the XRP investors, right? As an ex-commissioner of the SEC recently put it, in the interest of protecting consumers. Remember, he's talking about the gentleman who served under the Ronald Reagan administration as a commissioner in the SEC, saying, like, something can start as a security, sure, and you can pay your fine and resolve that. But doing what Jay Clayton did affects all the XRP holders. I mean, wipes out billions, right, in market cap and value, guys. This is not protecting consumers. This is harming them. They didn't do anything for 7 years, and then all of a sudden they drop this bomb after it's too late, right? Very, very crass move by Jay Clayton. JP continues saying, we work in the most exciting industry of our day. This is truly the second coming of the internet. As with all human activity, there are the well-intentioned, the criminal, and the crazy. I do believe Ripple falls under the well-intentioned, right? Especially they have been working with the regulators, guys, and the SEC pretty much stabbed them in the back. JP continues saying, but most importantly, there are innovators, the agents of all human progress. Perhaps the innovator in question poked the lion and got swatted. Now we have to see whether the lion gets up and finishes the job or returns its attention to more likely and deserving next meals. Is this or next action that holds the promise of providing the clarity we're all hoping for? Meanwhile, we'll tiptoe in the fog, listening to the party happening in the panda enclosure and the amusing bitchy, I don't know what that word is, I apologize, of some of our colleagues. Uphold will continue to list XRP until and unless the complaint is adjudicated against Ripple, specifically citing that XRP is today a security or trading volume dissipates to a point where we can no longer support. So as of this point, nothing has been ruled, right? It's just allegations from the SEC. So it's going to have to play out in court. So much respect to JP. He summarizes this well, just talks about it on how it affects the entire market. And also, Uphold shows their class here. They're still holding XRP because, look, the SEC hasn't said XRP is a security. Nothing's been ruled here. That's why we're going to court, right? So much respect to them. Support these guys. They're good guys. Like I said, I've interviewed them over the years, and I still use Uphold, It's a good platform. And like I said, support them, and really great job by JP in summarizing this. So like I said, guys, some exchanges are going to delist and halt, but Uphold is still doing their thing. So much respect. So guys, Bitcoin very close to 30,000. Could we see that happen tomorrow? I hope so. And what we're seeing is the traditional financial world is weighing in on Bitcoin now. They're even giving price predictions. Cameron Winklevoss tweeted this from Barrons. Can you imagine that, guys? Barrons. Here's a quote. We remain bullish and are raising our Bitcoin price target from 25,000 to 40,000. Oh, gee, thanks, guys. Glad to see you're all on board. But it's amazing to see the capitulation in the 180 from years ago. This is so bullish, guys, and shows where we're headed as this market gets institutional adoption. And something that's very interesting and related to Jay Clayton, he has been the roadblock for the Bitcoin ETF for years. Now, don't get me wrong, the SEC needs to see certain things in place like custody and price action and data and indices or indexes, whatever you want to call them. And those things have actually been met. Even we saw the OCC give the banks the ability to custody crypto. Well, the timing of this, that the VanEck is going to refile their Bitcoin ETF with the SEC, shows this was about Jay Clayton. Jay Clayton is out. The new chairman's been confirmed. Well, tentative chairman has been confirmed, and they file it. I wonder why. Yeah, because the asshole Jay Clayton is gone. So he has been the roadblock for a Bitcoin ETF. And of course, he dropped this ridiculous lawsuit on Ripple, a sucker punch on the way out. So let's see, guys. Maybe we get the green light. Maybe Q1, right? Part of the regulations that we might see, as Brian Brooks said. So let's see how this plays out. But this is certainly bullish. A Bitcoin ETF is going to open the floodgates. It's going to be crazy. So VanEck is, of course, not the only one who has put together a Bitcoin ETF. The Winklevoss twins have done it. I believe Bitwise and a few others. And if you saw my interview with Rick Edelman from just yesterday, we talked about the Bitcoin ETF, and he's been beating the drum for it. And, he's talked about the requirements and what might be the roadblocks. But I think the timing of this shows, guys, this was about Jay Clayton, who has not been a true believer. I think he's anti-crypto, and I'm glad he's gone. Good riddance. Now, in yesterday's video, we talked about NFL player Russell Okung, who was getting paid in Bitcoin. Well, how was he getting paid in Bitcoin? It was through a respective app or service. And the founder of that service, Jack Mallers, went on Fox Business. And it's amazing to get this type of coverage for Bitcoin, right? Like I said, guys, these folks going on TV, radio, podcast, whatever it is, in print, it's going to get more visibility and awareness to the crypto market, and you're going to see more people coming in. This is great news, and that crypto is becoming so significant that the news has to cover it, right? And Jack said, and I'm trying to get an interview with him, by the way, he said, we're a bank built directly on top of the Bitcoin protocol. The everyday person operates their life at a loss due to exponential asset inflation. So Russell, joined up with them here, and he said here, you know what I think? I think everybody's next. Obviously, we don't want to get state hyperbole here or use hyperbole, but rather a large majority of the population is going to come into Bitcoin, right? And we're going to see mass adoption. Now, CZ's, or I should say Binance's mining pool has moved up the list of ratings of mining Bitcoin. This is really awesome. CZ, who I've interviewed a couple times on my channel, guys, you may have seen that in the interview from 8 months ago. We talked about the Binance mining pool and how that is going to play out and work. And CZ said the following in his tweet: "This is probably a good spot. They're number 2 right now. We don't want to be number 1 or make mining overly concentrated. We want to help decentralize." That's great news. So here the number 2 F2 pool is number 1, and I'm telling you guys, as I've stated in my many videos, the Bitcoin mining wars are just getting started. In fact, there's another article that came out today about a Russia energy plant that is going to be mining Bitcoin with excess energy. And this is going to become a geopolitical, macroeconomic battle, guys. Control of the Bitcoin hash power. Let me pull it up here for you folks so you can see what I'm talking about. Very bullish news. So here it is. Russian oil drilling giant opens a crypto mining farm run on gas energy. See what's happening? We know what China's got a lot of mining farms, right? We know the world's largest mining farm is being built in Texas in the United States, as well as Peter Thiel's Layer 1 is there, and you got some other folks just opening shop in North Carolina, Georgia, and so forth. So this is a sign of things to come, my friends. And I'm going to try to pronounce this name, Gazpromneft, if I'm saying that right, the oil subsidiary of Russia's natural gas giant Gazprom, is getting into a different kind of exploration. The company opened a venue for cryptocurrency mining on one of its oil drilling sites in Siberia, unlocking the power of Russia's oil and gas natural resources for the needs for Bitcoin mining. Now, you think the Russian government, if they were anti-Bitcoin, anti-crypto, would allow this? No, they would stop it. But they're not anti-crypto, anti-Bitcoin. The whole game here is control. If you have control of that, you have power, right? And these folks are popping up all over the world. You got world superpowers now, US, Russia, China, getting involved in Bitcoin mining. The governments aren't stopping it, guys. The writing is on the wall. And I know some of the XRP maximalists are going to go crazy hearing this, but these are the facts. You can have your opinion, but the reality of the situation is the free market and governments are on board. How many more facts do I need to show you guys? What is happening here? That's why I hold Bitcoin in my portfolio. I believe Bitcoin is going to do well. It is a store of value. Digital gold 2.0. Yes, it's not the fastest. Yes, it's not the most scalable, but the use case of store of value, similar to gold, is a big one, as you can see in the current economic climate of money printing and inflation. If you don't get that, then your head is stuck in the sand, right? You don't want to see it, but it's happening. And this is big, guys. Like I said, if China wanted to stop Bitcoin mining, they would have done it already, but they've let it keep going. And they know the power here. And that's why in the United States, the US is not stopping Bitcoin mining here. Wake up. You guys don't miss what is happening. I'm actually trying to get interviews with the owners of mining farms in the United States. I'm talking big ones like Windstone and many others, right? Layer 1 as well. So big things ahead. Bitcoin's going to do well. Obviously, the stock to flow model is on track to $100,000 next year. We got to be patient, go through the market cycles, of course. And guys, just here, we're trying to figure out the crypto regulations. Chris Giancarlo, who's of course coming out and said XRP is not a security. He's heading up the digital dollar project. He's of course against that wallet regulations from the U.S. Treasury, from Mnuchin, who's also on his way out. Imposing KYC rules on private wallet holders is premised on a flawed assumption that independent cryptocurrency dealings are inherently illegitimate and underserving of personal privacy, even if conducted for lawful purposes. He wrote an op-ed here on Coindesk, and he's of course against it, and many other folks in the market are against it. I personally think that in order for this market to grow to the next level, these are some of the things we're going to have to deal with and live with. No, I don't like this. I agree with him. I don't know if you can stop it though. This is the battle that's unfolding here. And not to get political, but look, the current administration, these are the people that are doing this stuff: Jay Clayton, Mnuchin, Trump has come out and said he's anti-Bitcoin. I don't know what the next administration is going to do. We'll see what happens. And I know some of you are saying, hey, Biden's not getting in if you think that, blah, blah, blah. Look, I'm just going off of the facts that we have today. I don't have a bone to or dog in the fight here, right? I'm just going off the reality of the situation and what's unfolding as of the facts that we have today. So please don't attack me about this and Trump and Biden, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm just stating that this is what's happening as of today and the reality of it. So we'll see what happens. This is getting very interesting. I don't know if this is all a dog and pony show. And if it's, look, they know what they're going to do anyway and what's going to happen. One thing's for sure, the big players are here, and this market's not going to disappear. It's here to stay. The genie's out of the bottle. They can't put it back in. There ain't no stopping this train, right? Like I was given that analogy. You guys have all seen the videos of vehicles stuck on train tracks, and the train comes barreling down, and it just busts through anything that's in its way, whether it's a car, a truck, a bus, whatever, right? That's crypto. They can try to put up roadblocks, whatever. It's not gonna stop crypto, because one thing's for sure, guys. The U.S. can put strict laws, whatever they want, but crypto is global. It's not a U.S. market. It's a global market. Anybody from any country can get access to Bitcoin. And if they do put something very strict in place, we'll see other countries may open it up, and you're going to see a lot of businesses and a lot of investors move out. So we'll see how this all plays out. I do ultimately macro level long term, crypto's here to stay. We're going to see higher prices. The institutional money is coming in. The FOMO is going to kick in from the masses, and we're going to see new all-time highs. I'm expecting $100,000 Bitcoin or close to it, in the next parabolic peak, which could be late 2021 into 2022. We'll see. Obviously, we're going to hit higher prices before we hit $100,000, right? We're going to see $40,000, $50,000 Bitcoin. So things will, play out, and the market cycles are on track, and we'll see what happens with these regulations and what happens with this Ripple situation, guys. But like I said, leave your questions in the comment section. I'm going to talk to Greg Kidd and try to get you guys some answers. Guys, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, share this video. Thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you.